Greetings, physical science class. My name is Kevin Smith. I'm your teaching assistant for this summer's physical science course, also known as environmental science. I'd like to welcome you to the course as well. Dr. Mimnaugh asked me to give you just a few hints on how to navigate around the screen. So I wanted to give you just a quick little intro video, but to always tell you, if you have any questions or comments about either the homework content or how to navigate throughout the Moodle website for this particular course, feel free to give Dr. Mimnaugh or myself, drop us an email. We'll be glad to help you out. Now, let's say if you're entering in Moodle after you've registered, typically you come to your home page and it lists out all your courses for you. Yours may look a little different from mine, but the key part is once you log into your Moodle account, be sure to find the course that you're looking for, and in this particular case, it will be the Summer 2012 Physical Science 1000 Section 51 course. Click there to enter into the course. Once we're there, you should have a similar screen as I do right now on the screen. I am logged on as a student right now, so if you have the same thing that I have up, you see at the top, it's real simple how to navigate through the course. Typically, if there are any announcements that we're going to give to you or that we send out, we'll send them automatically out to your CSU email account. But in case you think you may have missed something or it's gone to your spam, you can always log onto the course and then go to the very top page where it says News Forum and Announcements. Simply put the mouse over, click on News Forum and Announcements, and you can already see some of the previous messages that I've sent out before. In order to read a message, all you simply have to do is just click on perhaps the message right there, and it will give you a copy of the message that was sent out. This message was sent out this past Monday on the holiday, and I had also attached a form. You cannot send messages on this. Only Professor Dr. Mimnaugh or myself can send out messages to the class, but you can always go up and read some of the previous messages or announcements that we've posted. So any updates, deadlines, changes, reminders, we typically will post those in the news and announcement section. Okay? Now I'm going to use the navigation bar, which is pretty much at the top left, to take me back to the original front page. Home page will be right here to Summer 2012 Physical Science 1000 Section 51 course. Click there. It should take you back to the beginning of the course. Now, each week we're going to add a particular module for the course. For right now, you'll see the regular open beginning module for the first week is indicated as week 1. And you can tell it's the active week that we're working on because of the gray sidebar right here. If you notice on different bars, this bar is not gray. So you can tell the active week we typically want to post is the one that has the gray. Normally I will post it at the top. So next week when we do module 2 or week 2, it'll probably say week 2 right around here. Now, when you get ready to go start a module, you always look for week 1 or module 1. The instructions are real simple. We're going to pretty much give you a video every week and also some reading instructions. So what you want to do every time you start for the beginning of the week, you can click here on Watch and Read, given the certain week, and then ideally all the instructions will come up. Most of you have already gone there. If you have not done that, feel free to check it out. So it gives you a quick welcome message. This week, Dr. Mimnaugh indicated an introduction video, and then he actually gave you the lecture 1 video for the week. So feel free to play any video that we have listed for you, and then he'll give you some very specific activities. In this particular case, this week we have to do watch and read, we have to do the do assignment, and then there's a quiz that will open up on Friday. It's a time quiz. We'll talk about that a little bit later in another video edition. Please note, if you saw my email from earlier this week, there is a textbook that is required for the course. It is not optional, and you need the textbook this week. So, if you haven't made any plans, I think some of you have already made some alternative arrangements with Dr. Mimnaugh, but you need to get the book because all the key exercises, the things that match up Dr. Mimnaugh's video, or the reading assignments will all come from one textbook, in addition to what you see online, which your colleagues may post. Speaking of reading assignments, I typically put all the reading assignments here where it says week 1 reading assignments. So this is what's required. You need to read the environmental science textbook, and if you haven't seen it, I'm sure there's a copy of it someplace online. Maybe I'll show you in the next video. It's required, and what we want to do is to read all of chapter 1, Science and the Environment. Also, since this is an online course, I always like to make sure that we're reviewing etiquette rules for the how to work and communicate online. So there's this brief video here that you can watch and play at your own leisure. After that, I normally would outline the point values and the deadlines within the course for all the activities I do for that given week. So week 1, there are no points for you to do any of the reading or the watching the videos. There are points available for the do assignments, and it's kind of broken up real easy. For those that are posting an article, and we already said you receive 5 to 6 students will post an article each week. So you'll get your own separate points there for each time you post, and you have to do that twice in a given semester. Otherwise, if you're simply responding to the articles that are posted by your colleagues, it's worth 10 points. For this week only, because we posted up a little bit later since we had the holiday with the course, this week 10 points is due next week. So you have a little bit of time for the first 2 weeks to get the first week assignment done. So you've got a little time. But I typically say don't delay. Once the weeks get started, the work is introduced at the beginning of the week and the work will be due at the end of the week. Speaking of end of the week, after you've read the chapters and you've watched the videos and you've responded to the due assignment, there's typically going to be a quiz. Typically there's somewhere between about 15 questions per week. The questions will be based on the presentation and the chapters themselves that you are assigned, plus 2 to 3 questions may actually be assigned from the actual readings of some of the videos or some of the articles that your peers may have posted. So that total quiz is worth 30 points each week. So the total points that you can accumulate for this week would be maximum 40 points. Dr. Mimnaugh suggests it's approximately 2 to 4 hours or so in order to do all the readings and do the posting and things in a given week. On about average, that's what it should be. And then at the bottom, we'll always suggest some tips to be successful for the particular week. Make sure, and I highlighted in red, make sure that you take the quiz after you've read the book and after you've reviewed the video. You should always take the quiz after that. And I always suggest that you meet your deadlines. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the course. One last thing that I want to indicate. How do you post an assignment? How do you respond to an assignment? I thought I would do that for you as well. We'll talk about quizzes later. What you can do for the students that are going to post, and let's say it's Tahira or Shannon or Deidre or Tracy or Laura or Tiffany, you all have the pleasure of getting a chance to post an article between the beginning of the course this week and up until Monday this week only. But you have to typically post your article so that your peers can see it sometime by the middle of the week in a given circumstance. Let's see if I went here to Tahira, there's some instructions. Always read the instructions first. And it looked like Tahira's already on the case. What she's done is she's went on ahead and she's went inside and she added a new discussion. So she clicked inside, added a new discussion, and this is how you would do it. Click on Add a New Discussion. You would type in the title of your article. You can also opt to put your name. And then, if there was a particular article that you were looking for, let's say environmental science, and all I did was went to another tab or another window screen. Let's see if I can find something on environmental science. Let's say I wanted to post this Wikipedia file. I would simply copy the URL, go back to my tab, and then I would simply paste the article. And then there are some instructions each week for the students to type approximately 500 words or so about summarizing what's in the article. After you summarize, all you can do is simply select post and it will post it to the forum. So let's see, sorry about my typing. Write your summary here. And once you finish writing your 500 words or so summary, you can simply post it to the forum. Make me look bad, why don't you? There you go. It'll tell you if you want to make any changes, you would have approximately 30 minutes to make changes. So typically you would do that for each one. Now, Tahira, I'm sorry, I'm going to take this away. Don't worry about it. But as you can see, this is what I posted. So in each time when the students who are posting an article, you can simply add a discussion, type in the title, put in your link, and then type in your assignment. So once you do that, you're done for the week and you can gain up to your 50 points after you've done your summary of the article. Now, if you're responding to the article that was posted. Let's say we were going to respond to Tahira. I would click on Tahira's article. As you can already see, Tahira indicated her post, her link. She gave us the name of the article. She also put it in her title. And then she gave us a quick summary about the article. And she included her name at the bottom. And as you can already see, what Tara has done, she's already responded to the article, responding accordingly to the handout that was given. And the way that she responded was she simply went over to Tahira's original posting, and over here in the bottom right-hand lower corner says a reply opportunity. So if you wish to also read Tahira's article and then reply to it, you simply would go reply. The article subject will automatically be there already, and then you can type your reply as well to Tahira's. Oh, I'm going to spell your name wrong. Tahira article. So you would type in the words accordingly, and once you finish, you can scroll down to the bottom, and then you too can post to the forum. It'll tell you you have 30 minutes to make any edits, and as you can see, I too have now did a reply, and now my reply is also responding or reply to Tahira's article. It really is that simple. And again, for the first 30 minutes, if you wish to delete this response and try another one, or even add to it, you can either edit or you can delete it. In this particular case, as this was an example, I'm going to delete it. Sorry, Tahira. It's asking me, am I sure I want to delete it? I'm going to say yes. And then I'm done with that part. I'm also going to go back and clean up in Tahira's area. So I'm going to click on here. It's asking me, did I want to delete my posting? I want to delete it. I'm going to say yes. And again, you can do that within the first 30 minutes of once you made a posting, if you made a mistake or you want to edit it or do it over again. So as you can see, we're now back to Tahira's original response, and it's all good. So it's that simple. I'm going to take you back to the home page and say, well, that's it for right now on how to make sure you do your postings as well as how you do your replies. We'll talk a little bit about the quizzes a little bit later on. I will give you a hint. The quiz will be available for you real soon. It's going to open up tomorrow night at midnight. Not tonight, Thursday, Friday night at midnight. You'll be able to click here and follow the instructions. And we'll give that a shot as well. You have a total of 24 hours to get the quiz done. And that means you need to do it by the end of Saturday at midnight. Otherwise, I'm Kevin G. Smith. I'm your teaching assistant for Physical Science 1000. I'm looking forward to working with you, as well as on behalf of Dr. Mimnow this semester to have a great on-course, online experience. Have a great day. Thanks.